Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, dear listeners, from wherever you have tuned in to this channel all over the world. Welcome to Verdict TV. The news updates. How Atiku threw away his best chance to lead Nigeria. You are welcome once again to this channel, and thank you for tuning in to this channel. But please do well to subscribe to this channel by clicking on the subscribe button and also the bell for more updates. Now to the details. Carefully listen to the end. Macha Obuzo, the former spokesperson for the immediate ex-governor of Rivers State, Nyesom Wike, says the People's Democratic Party, PDP, did not win the 2023 presidential election because the presidential candidate, Atiku Abubakar, was arrogant. In 2022, the PDP battled a series of crises and infighting following the appointment of Iyorchia Ayu as its national chairman and the subsequent election of Atiku Abubakar as its presidential candidate. A group of 5 governors, known as G5, led by Wike, argued that Atiku's election as the party's presidential candidate goes against the agreement to zone the presidency to the south. They insisted that Ayu must step down as party chairman if they were to back Atiku. Attempts by party stakeholders to resolve the issues failed to yield desired results. Atiku eventually lost the presidential election of February 25 to Bola Ahmed Tinubu of the ruling All Progressives Congress, APC. In the election, Tinubu polled 231,591 votes in Rivers, as against Atiku, who got 88,468 votes. The first time since the Fourth Republic started in 1999 that PDP was unable to get 25% of votes in the states. In a statement on Sunday, Obuzo, who served as the spokesperson for Wike, alleged that Atiku was taking the frustration of his 30 years of failed financial bid too far, and the level that he has sunk politically. Even Atiku will look Atiku in the mirror and pity Atiku for throwing away his brightest chance of ever becoming Nigeria's president on the altar of political arrogance. Obuzo was reacting to the claim made by the former vice president through his special assistant on public communication, Frank Schwab, that Wike, who recently thanked God for surviving a poisoning incident, was not poisoned as he claimed, but was sick owing to the intake of alcohol. Obuzo said he tumbled on an article in which the presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, Atiku Abubakar, through his special assistants on public communication, made a puerile attempt to rubbish the Thanksgiving service by former governor of Rivers State, Nyesom Wike. His argument was that Wike, who was thanking God for surviving a poisoning incident, was not poisoned as he claimed, but was sick owing to intake of alcohol. The statement is the ultimate display of childishness and reflects a hollow mind burdened, blinded, and driven by the pain and confusion of defeat. If not, How or why should what a former governor says in his place of worship between him and his God be of concern to Atiku? Atiku's statement should not come from any religious conscientious person, as it is not only an insult to the church, but to the idea of thanksgiving, which is also held highly in Islam. However, even if Atiku does not have the religious piety to guide his tongue, his appreciation of medical science and common sense should have been an adequate guide for him. He ignored the obvious fact that the poison verdict was from a medical diagnosis. It was also beside basic reasoning for him not to factor in the stated symptoms and nature of recovery to reach his verdicts. It is not mentioning that while the ambassador Damagun-led National Working Committee of the PDP was at the Thanksgiving event, taking steps towards reconciling the party members, Atiku seemed frustrated by the prospect of peace and forcefully moved in the opposite direction. If an unprovoked Atiku could say this much about the most significant reconciliation event in the PDP, one can only imagine the kind of advice the self-acclaimed unifier gives the NWC privately. Atiku Abubakar, who is the presidential candidate of the People Democratic Party, was said to be arrogant, that it is his arrogance that did not allow him to become the president of the country. I remember that when he was campaigning in the PDP house, they said before they can support Atiku, they have to remove the national chairman, that is Ayu. And they came up a G5-led governors, which is led by Wiki. And they saw that Atiku, who has the ambition, cannot lead. Wiki has influence to rig only in River State. It did not affect PDP chance in any way because Tinubu would have easily rigged himself in without Rivers. Wike is a nuisance baggage on Tinubu, just like Kwankwaso in Kano. What hit and dealt Atiku the devastating blow is Peter Obi and Labour Party. That's why Deji Adeyanju, Reno Omokri, and even Atiku's daughter are all mad at Peter Obi, abusing him at every given opportunity. They know what they lost in PO, because if Peter Obi is with Atiku, they know that PDP would have won. We have come to the end of the news, dear listeners. Please share your view in the comment section. Thank you.